Hello, beautiful queens. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Amy. I am a part-time beauty coach and makeup artist that still has a full-time corporate career, and I specialize in the primetime diva. I'm talking about us gals that are 40, 50, 60, and up. I appreciate that you're here to watch. I will tell you that none of my content that I create is sponsored. I am not on any PR list, so anything I tell you about or techniques that I share with you are things that I have either purchased on my own and that I've done research on, either through some sort of Google search or AI search, or actually watching experts in their fields to be able to bring you the information that I bring you, because as you know, we cannot watch every single content creator that's out there. Today, I want to take a little bit of a deep dive into skincare, specifically how you can build a skincare routine that is customized to your skin. There's so many products that have flooded the market that it can be super confusing. I personally have found that over the last several years, since I've been paying more attention to my skin as opposed to just makeup application, that it has made a huge difference. Because if you think about it, your skin is the canvas, right? Just like an artist. If you have a properly prepared canvas, then your art medium, your paints, your oils, your watercolors, or what have you, will have a much better outcome when the canvas is ready to accept it. So whether you're Gen X, you're baby boomer, if this sounds of interest to you, I would love it if you would hang out with me for just a bit, and let's go ahead and dive on in, grab your favorite beverage, and let's go ahead and get started. So let's first talk about our skin, what's happening, especially as we approach menopause, we hit that menopause era, and then we go into post-menopause. It might seem like some days you wake up and you don't recognize who you are. I actually wrote a blog post about this, and it is on my website. I will provide a link below in the comments. But we're undergoing a whole lot of change, right? Everything is getting drier, not just our face. We notice it on our arms, our legs, our feet. It just seems like we're getting pretty dry and scaly. Things become less elastic, right? We don't have as much bounce back as we used to have, and that's normal. And then with that, because of the drier skin and the less elasticity, what's happening is now you're starting to really notice all those fine lines and wrinkles. And it can be a little bit self-defeating, I think, sometimes, just because of the way society defines beauty, which, quite frankly, I don't necessarily agree with, and I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that don't as well. You're seeing changes in your skin tone, and the reason why I came to you barefaced today is so that you could kind of see some of the things that I have going on with my skin, so that you know that you're not alone. We're all dealing with those sorts of things. So you might start seeing age spots. You might see some hyperpigmentation, which is some things that I have going on, like right here and right along my jawline. Plus I have freckles, which kind of exacerbates that as you get older. You're going to see more sagging on the jawline. I was actually filming when I was working on a bridal trial the other day, and the angle of the camera and the way I had my head, all you could see were the lines and wrinkles, like all along this area. And I told my husband, I'm like, oh my Lord, I can't believe how noticeable that is. But it's part of aging. And honestly, if I wouldn't want to not age, because we all know what the alternative to that is. So anyway, but with the right skincare routine, we can address some of these issues. We're not going to be able to solve necessarily all our issues. I do recommend establishing a relationship with a dermatologist that you feel that you can trust, that you're comfortable with, to help maybe address some of those things if you decide you want to take other steps and get some, professional services. I also highly recommend, if you can, try to get a facial every, 6 to 8 weeks. I try to go every 2 to 3 months. Because I feel that just makes such a difference. And when I go, I have her do everything. She does the dermaplaning, she does the anti-aging facials. I usually have her, tint my brows, tint my lashes. It's like a 2-hour affair when I go, but I only do it, like I said, usually it's about every 8 weeks or so, sometimes a little bit longer, just depending on what I've got going on with my schedule. But it's a nice way to pamper yourself as well as taking care of your skin. So on top of, the things that I've talked about that are our major concerns, right? Fine lines and wrinkles, dryness and dehydration, although some of us with mature skin may still be dealing with some oiliness in the T-zone, loss of elasticity, uneven skin tone, hyperpigmentation, sagging, and loss of firmness. So the key to great skincare is to obviously use products that are going to be specific to addressing the skincare needs that you have. Now, everybody's different, right? My skin is not like your skin. We all live in different areas. And so I think one of the other key things is to make sure you're using skincare based on where you live. and what that climate is like where you are, because what I may do with my skincare routine would not necessarily be the same thing that, you know, my friends and relatives back on the East Coast would do, because they happen to live in a drier, colder climate. I live in a very hot and humid climate. You know, and one of the key factors that attributes to, you know, us appearing as if we're aging as well is the skin tone. So if we can at least get our skin tone more even, I feel that's going to go a long way in helping you feel more refreshed. Boy, I can't get my words out today. Or more youthful. As you can tell, I'm no expert at this. So this is still fairly new to me. I love to train and to coach, but you know, being on camera and talking to a camera is not easy. One of the things I will share is a link to a short video on YouTube by Dr. Idriss that talks about the different skincare routines for the different climates. She did this great little pyramid diagram. I'm hoping to be able to at least recreate the pyramid and be able to share that with you guys, but I am going to share the link to her video because I thought that was so enlightening. And some of the things that she has said that I have learned from her, I've incorporated, and it's made a big difference. So for example, because I am in a very hot and humid climate, especially during the summer months, I skip moisturizer in the morning, because with all the other products that I use on my face and the fact that my sunscreen will typically have some moisturizer in it, I don't feel I need that extra layer of an additional moisturizer in the morning. Now I definitely use a moisturizer at night, and we're going to kind of walk through just some of the steps that I do, again, customized based on you. I'll show you some of the skincare products I'm currently using. I will tell you I have a stash of skincare products because I love to research ingredients and to test and see what it does for my skin. Other interesting thing to note is when we talk about climate, you know, my husband and I were on vacation last week and we were in Jamaica, and I noticed that the difference in the water that they had there, I had all my same products with me, but the water from like the shower and also being in the pool and being out at the beach made my face feel very tight, which I don't usually have a problem with. So I was actually pretty thankful to get back here and get in, you know, because our water is very different from what they have down there. Plus I'm, you know, not out in the sun. I'm not in a saltwater pool, or I'm not at the beach. So my skin is starting to feel a little bit better, but I definitely did some little spa treatments at home to get some hydration back into my skin this morning. So one of the things I do, obviously, depending on, you know, the kind of night I've had before, I will wash my face in the morning. Sometimes, depending on if my skin is feeling very dry, if it's feeling pretty normal, because I am pretty normal to dry, I will skip actually washing with a cleanser in the morning and just rinse my face with warm water as I'm in the shower to get off any of the skincare products that I had used the night before. But two of the facial products that I use, whether it be AM or PM, is I do use the Dr. Idriss Soft Wash. This is a complete daily cleanser. It will help to break up your sunscreen, any other products that you have had on your face. The reason why I like this one is this is kind of like a gel texture, so you're not going to get any foaming with this. No foaming does not mean that it's not working. It's just very gentle and silky on my skin. I really, really like that one. So, and she does offer, I think, subscription services, because I know I've got some of one of the serums I use, I'm going to show you. I have that on subscription, so I think I'm going to be putting this on subscription as well. And then 2 to 3 times a week, I use this product here. Now this one is a little bit pricey. You can probably find one that's less expensive, but honestly, it lasts me a really long time. And this is the SkinMedica AHA BHA Exfoliating Cleanser. It's not harsh at all. It does have the little cleansing, little bit of a cleansing bead in it. And I use this, I would say probably 3 times a week. So I'll rotate between these two throughout the week, depending on what I've got going on with my skin. Now, in the morning, one of the things I use, you can find this on Amazon. I do use a toner. This one was recommended by a dermatologist, and it's the Heritage Store Rosewater and Glycerin. Now, this bottle's huge, right? This has lasted me, I can't even tell you how long. It's 12 ounces. It's got a heavenly scent to it. What I do, because I don't like this sprayer, it's a little bit too aggressive. So I got also off of Amazon one of those little tiny, I guess you call it an atomizer or whatever. It's a mister, basically. It's a little tiny mister. I put some of this in it every day, and I'll use this in the morning after I've cleansed my face, gotten all the skincare products from the night before off, and I'll use that mister all over my face and my neck, and then I'll move on to my next step. Now, at night, the one I use, and you guys have seen this all over social media, I've been using the Dalba products for probably, I want to say going on a year now. I actually use other products besides this first spray serum, but the first spray serum is one of the first ones I ever discovered, and I fell in love with it immediately. Now, the nice thing about this serum, it's not just for your face. You can mist this all over your body. You can mist it on your hair. You can mist it throughout the day. I mean, it's so light and so nice. I absolutely love this stuff. I have this on subscription through Amazon as well. Then in the morning, I am currently using this, it's called Peach 70 Niacin Serum. Now, full disclosure, I have been on this little obsessive thing with K-Beauty lately. I've been scouring Yes Style and Stylovana and just kind of looking at all the different products that you can get through them. There's a lot of K-Beauty, a lot of J-Beauty, and you know, I know K-Beauty is a big thing right now, but I really look for ingredients that are mature skin friendly. I did do some research on this one to find out what the benefits of the peach were, and I'll be honest with you, I forgot and I should have looked it up before I did this video, but I can do a short just to tell you once I find my notes. But the concentration of peach in this, it's the very first ingredient listed in the ingredients list. So when you see that, like your first few ingredients, that tells you how high the concentration is. And then as you get further down that ingredient list, that means less and less concentration. So I will use this after I use the Rosewater and Glycerin toner. At night, I don't really have a serum that I'm married to at the moment. I do have a niacinamide serum that I will use, and once that's done, I'll probably swap out and look for something else. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Beauty Pie. To me, the best way to describe Beauty Pie is almost like a Sam's Club, where you pay for your annual membership, and to me, it's not expensive. And their products all come from either Italy, they've got a lot of Swiss products, UK products, some, I think some from Japan as well, some French products. So they're all, none of them are from the US that I found anyway. And I've shared in the past, like my favorite body scrub I've gotten from Beauty Pie. So they have some really good things, and they've got this product called Youth Balm that everybody's raving about. It's got a whole line. So I think that's going to be my next serum to try. So stay tuned for that. Now, when we talk about vitamin C, right? Vitamin C is one of the key ingredients that we need in our products for mature skin. I really like this one from Dr. Idriss. This is her Major Fade. It's part of her Major Fade line. I'm using the Major Fade Hyper Serum. Now, this is, I believe, and I do need to go back and check my notes, the non-active vitamin C form, because some people can't handle the active form of vitamin C because it can be irritating, especially depending on how much of the vitamin C concentrate is in the product. The other thing, just so you guys know, is that makeup artists, when they're working on a client, especially if that client's going to be in front of a camera, we don't like to use products that have actives in them on their face as part of their skin prep, because we don't know how those actives are going to play with the makeup. Because this, especially if it's a new client, right? You don't know how their skin's going to react. You don't know how the makeup's going to lay, and actives can be a little finicky when it comes to that. So we tend to use skin prep products that have no actives in it. But this, she says use 4 pumps, and I'm actually going to put this on. And you can also use this under the eye area. She's got a couple of short videos on this to help if you have dark spots. Now, I have already put some of this on today, but man, does it feel good. And I've noticed a difference in regards to the lightening in this area here. And now I have a tendency to kind of work on this area too, because I'm noticing a little bit of hyperpigmentation here. And the other thing I want to tell you is whatever you put on your face and you have leftover on your hands, say you put too much, put it on the back of your hands, right? Because this is another area that shows our age very quickly. Eye creams. I am currently using the Beauty of Joseon Revive Eye Serum that has ginseng and retinol. In the mornings, I typically use this one at night. In the mornings, I will typically use the one from Inkey list, which is the caffeine eye cream. I think it's like $10 or $7 on Amazon. I will put that on, and then I will take my favorite under eye patches, which are from Earth Therapeutics. They're a green tea under eye patch, and the reason why I like them is they're not those silly gel patches that slide down your face. I cannot get those gel patches to stay put for the life of me. So I'll use either Earth Therapeutics, and if they're out of stock, I'll look in grabbing Skin Icelandic, and that's SKYN. My 2 absolute favorite under eye patches. Now, I keep those in the fridge, and in the morning, I'll put I'll tap in my eye cream and then put the eye patches on and go about doing my brows and my eye makeup and then take those off and my eyes feel super refreshed. And then at night, I use this one because it has the retinol in it. And so far I'm liking this a whole lot. Now, we are at the end of September, so I am back to using moisturizer during the day. It's still pretty hot here in Texas, but the weather is changing a little bit, so I want to get ahead of it. I don't want to wait until I start having issues with my skin. So the moisturizer that I'm using right now is a K-Beauty product. It's Ohui, and I found this on TikTok, and I had to check it out. It's called Miracle Moisture Ceramide Boosting Cream. Ceramides are another ingredient that's really important for mature skin, and the product that they have, it's called a chiffon ceramide. So of course I had to do some digging, find out what the heck do they mean by chiffon ceramide. Never heard of this before. And what that actually is it's 3 different ceramides that they have incorporated into the product. All 3 of them help the skin barrier. They help to retain moisture. They help to attract the moisture as well, very similar to hyaluronic acid. And they just help you to maintain that moisture throughout the day. The other thing is this product, they have another version of it and they're little ampules, but they're much more concentrated. So if you're like very, very dry, you can use the little ampules. One little ampule will last you 7 days, and it's very liquidy, but not like watery. And you just need the tiniest little bit because it's super concentrated, and you massage that into your skin and just let that set. I was using those at night just to kind of test them out, but I'm not at that point where I need that amount of moisture just yet. So this one, I just love the consistency of it. It kind of reminds me of like one of those water gel creams, but it's just so much nicer. It's got a very, very slight rose scent to it. So if you're scent sensitive, you might not enjoy this, but honestly, it's super light. And it just glides on so smooth. Now, this brand is actually considered a luxury brand over there in South Korea, I believe is where this one's from. And they've been around for a really long time. So they're well known there. But I had never heard of them, so I had to, of course, try them out. Because, you know, that's who I am. I gotta try everything. All the things. Now, at night, my cream is a little bit heavier because it is nighttime. That's the time when your skin is actually repairing itself. So I found this new one. Oh, before I forget, this also contains an ingredient called japonica juice, which is from a plant that they have there that is also great for the skin barrier and brightening. Now, the cream I'm using now is another Dalba product, and this one's called the Intensive Volufiline, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, grinding cream. And I was like, grinding cream? It was intriguing. It has their signature white truffle in it, and I did do a deep dive into the other product that's in this, and let me pull it up and tell you what I learned about it. Give me a second. Let me find it. Okay. Of course, it's going to take... Okay, it's a patented... Volufiline is a patented cosmetic ingredient that's used to increase skin volume and elasticity. It's extracted from the roots of the Asian plant I can't pronounce and is used in body care products for the face, breasts, buttocks, and hands. It's said to increase volume by promoting lipid storage, improve skin elasticity, reduce the appearance of wrinkles, and plump and smooth the skin. It is not animal tested, excellent, preservative free, and does not contain any animal derived ingredients. It can be applied as a serum before moisturizer to specific areas such as lips or cheeks, and some say they've noticed a difference after using for 4 to 6 weeks. However, obviously that's going to vary on the person, their skin type, where they live. Now, this is a cream, so I wouldn't say you would necessarily use this as a serum beforehand. What I could see you maybe using this for, because I think it can be pretty occlusive, is for slugging, whether you're slugging your skins, slugging your lips. I do have a blog article about that on my website as well, but it's got a very interesting top that basically you twist, and I think what's happening is it's mixing the ingredients in here as you're twisting, and it's just this really like luxurious, thick, like look how thick that is. I mean, this going on at night, it's honestly absolute freaking heaven. And I'm not going to waste it because I took out too much just to show you guys. So I'm actually going to put this on my neck. Because you know what? You don't need a separate neck cream to address your neck, right? Anything you put on your face, you can put on your chest, your décolleté, your neck, anywhere else, back of your hands, right? I have found that, you know, when I first started paying attention to my skincare, I had like this multi-step routine, and I've gotten a little bit lazy, shall we say, and I don't want to do that many steps anymore. So I have my tools that I use on a daily basis, and then I've kind of cut back on what I'm doing as far as the number of steps. I'm waiting for the day that a brand comes out with a serum that has all the ingredients that we need in it, so we don't have to have multiple serums, right? Your niacinamide, your ceramides, your peptides, your vitamin C, all the things. We already know we don't need a separate hyaluronic acid serum because there's hyaluronic acid in almost everything we pick up, and 9 times out of 10 you will probably find niacinamide in a lot of products that we pick up as well. So I hope that this is helpful. I hope you learned something from this today, and if there's any questions that you may have, if you need to tell me to, look more at the camera, fix my lighting, if you've got some helpful suggestions, I am open to them. And if there's any other topics y'all would like me to chat about, it doesn't necessarily have to be beauty. For those that don't know me, I'm in the backside of my 50s. I still have my corporate day job in technology, which I absolutely love. I do this as my creative outlet, and because I love it so much. But I'm also, love to travel, love to read, love fashion, love all the jewelry. And I am challenged with, having ADD and been through the whole menopause thing. So if there's any other topic y'all want to talk about, or you want me to research or look into or test out, just let me know. I am more than happy to do that. And I truly and really, really, really appreciate you all tuning in. Till next time. Bye.